What is up, guys? Drew Martin here with a college basketball breakdown for Christmas Day. We got December 25th college basketball card here. I got 3 games that I like, all in the Big Ten, all nationally televised games as well. So watch and win opportunity as you're watching, watching your family open some presents, you're opening some presents. It all works, and hopefully find more winners than losers. 2-1, if not 3-0. We'll get after it now. Going in order of tip-off, 12:30 Eastern, 9:30 a.m. Pacific tip here. This one on Fox. In the Big Ten, number 9 versus number 12 nationally ranked teams here. We got Wisconsin versus Michigan State. This one in East Lansing, -1.5. That's the true number as I'm talking right now, Wednesday evening for Friday's slate. Now, that's not usual in college basketball to get lines out this early, but they are out, so hats off to the odds makers. We got Wisconsin, -1.5 road favorites, 140 being the total. Wisconsin sitting at 7-1. Michigan State sitting at 6-1. I like the dog here, taking Sparty +1.5. Couple reasons why. Wisconsin, a slow-paced team. Their only loss, a respectable loss by 2 points to Marquette. But the thing is, it was on the road, and it was their only road game. They're 0-1 on the road. So, how do the Badgers play on the road? Well, so far, they are winless, and that's something that I always look at, especially early in the college basketball season, how these kids do play on the road, and having to go up against a Tom Izzo coached defense in Michigan State. Their last game at Northwestern, a bad loss for Michigan State, but I think it's a little bit misleading, and I think we actually get a buy low opportunity on the Spartans. Couple reasons why. 2 of their better players, Rocket Watts and Joey Hauser, they had down performances. I would look for them to bounce back. Plus the fact that integral part of this offense, Josh Langford, he had 3 fouls early for Michigan State. He had to sit on the bench for a while, and sure enough, the game got away from him. So that loss to Northwestern, I think, is a bit misleading here. A top 50 team in terms of pace, top 15 team in terms of offensive efficiency. I think Michigan State, as the home dog, is the side here, taking advantage of Wisconsin. Not a lot of games on the road, and I think Sparty wins this outright, but putting the 1.5 in our pockets for the first game up. We got second game here, 2:30 Eastern, 11:30 a.m. Pacific tip-off on FS1. Maryland at Purdue. We got 136 being the total, with the Purdue Boilermakers laying 5 at home in East Lafayette. We got Purdue. Their 3 losses, they're 6-3 on the season. 1 loss was kind of inexplicable to Miami. I bet on that game, the total-wise. Miami came storming back at the end. Kind of a strange game. And the other 2 losses to Clemson and Iowa, respectable losses in my opinion. Head coach Matt Painter, he's going to slow it down in competitive games. I like this Purdue team, especially late. They do hit their free throws, and in a competitively priced game, you always got to watch that. And this Maryland team, 5-2 on the season. They're only teams that they played that were better than Ken Palm rankings 120. So the only 2 really, teams that have a shot at making the tournament this year, they lost to. Not only did they lose to, they lost by double digits to Clemson and Rutgers. So also this was a team that had heavy roster turnover in the offseason. So I think it's kind of tough to gauge the Maryland Terrapins this season. And under Mark Turgeon, I think that they will be a good college basketball team by the end of the season. It's just too early here. And I think kind of the newness on the roster, I think it's actually a good time to be betting against Maryland as they start playing competitive teams in the Big Ten. Going to take advantage of that with Purdue -5. Anytime I'm laying points in college basketball in a competitively priced game, always look to the free throw percentage, and Purdue does knock down their shots from the line. So I think the Boilermakers at home do cover the 5, like Purdue -5. Last one here, guys, the nightcap. We got it on Big Ten Network at 8 p.m. Eastern, Iowa at Minnesota. Always tough to go against the Hawkeyes, but they're laying 5.5. 163 being the total. This game going to go up and down. Head coach Fran McCaffrey has a good team here in Iowa. There's no doubt about it, but this is their first true road game. So just like the game before, looking to bet kind of against that profile of college basketball team early in the season. They are number one offensive efficiency, but of course, not having to play a game on the road, I don't think that they're actually going to be as good on the road. Head coach Richard Pitino here for Minnesota. He's recruited well. Who knows if he's doing it, by the book, but it really doesn't matter if we're cashing tickets back in the Gophers here. The row the boat, but the basketball style. Top 50 efficiency on offense and defense. So kind of a well-rounded team out the gate. They also knocked down their free throws as well, 74% on the year. And a cool stat here, guys, a key stat that I like to bet on, they shoot a lot of free throws, actually number 6 in the nation in terms of percent of points coming off the free throw line, 28% of their points coming from the free throw line, and of course over 70%. Big win last time out against St. Louis, kind of proving that they can go against the better college basketball teams. So I like Minnesota, actually. I think the dogs barking at home, and the first true road game for Iowa, looking to bet against it. So Minnesota plus 5.5 is what I took in the nightcap for Christmas. In recap, guys, I'm Drew Martin on Twitter at Drew Martin Bets. Huge shout out to Odds Checker for making this video happen. Going to be doing it throughout college basketball season. But in recap, guys, got Michigan State plus 1.5. We got Purdue minus 5 and Minnesota plus 5.5. Home teams hopefully cashing on Christmas. So guys, if you're tailing, best of luck. We'll talk on Saturday.